Hi everyone, Ashlyn Gizu YouTube channel. So, I look like crap. Yes, I look like shit. The reason why I look like this is because I am still suffering from allergy symptoms. I'm doing better with my breathing. My chest isn't like tight or anything anymore, but my eyes like right here and right here are so itchy. So I had to get these Visine allergy eye drops. Let me see if I can find them. If I can't, that's fine. You guys get the hint. Let's see here. Of course, why would I be able to find them? Okay, I actually did find them. So I've been using these, and these have been working awesome. I've been trying to only use them once a day, but there's some times where I have to use them twice a day. And today I almost thought I didn't have to use them, but unfortunately, nighttime hit and my allergies must get worse at night. So I'm getting better. That's the good thing. I'm getting better. So that must mean that the things that we are doing to take action to get rid of the mold spores that must have gotten in the air when my husband disassembled that couch that had a musty smell to it. For those of you who didn't watch my previous video, I bought a couch from this guy. Me and my husband did. It was in mint condition, and it really was. And my husband and his friend picked up the couch, lifted it into the truck, and I was sitting in the truck, so I didn't touch the couch. I didn't smell the couch. I was just sitting in the truck. Well, we got home. My husband and our friend brought the couch in. And me and my husband, the first night we had the couch, sat on the couch. And I kept telling my husband, do you smell that musty smell? Like, he's like, oh, it was an elderly person had it. So it must just be that. The smell will probably go away after a while. And I'm like trying to go with the flow and, trying to pretend like everything's okay. But then I just couldn't handle it anymore. The smell was so musty. My eyes were starting to water. My throat was getting itchy. My nose was getting runny. And my chest was getting tight. So I knew that there was like some kind of mold issue with it because I am highly allergic to all the molds that they test you for when you do an allergy test. How do I know? Because I did an allergy test and I'm allergic to cats and mold. Anyways, fast forward to now. The couch has been out of the house for about a week. Let me see. Yeah, about a week now. And like I said, in the past week, my chest is good now. I can breathe. My nose got better, but I'm still having like some eye allergies, and my ears are kind of itchy too. Those are the only symptoms I'm really getting. So, hopefully those go away. That has to mean that the mold spores are dissipating, evaporating, and what we are doing is getting rid of them. So I wanted to tell you first, before I tell you guys what we're doing to get rid of them, is this. Number one, we never had mold in our house. How do I know? Because there's no visible surface mold. Number two, if there was mold in the air like airborne mold before, I would have known because I would have had the allergic reactions I'm having right now. And we've been living in this house for almost 8 months now, almost a year. So, okay, we did the do-it-yourself armor mold kit thing. I don't remember what it's called, but in my previous video, you can go look to see what the exact name is called. And you have this petri dish. You have this liquid stuff that you pour in the petri dish. You leave it open for an hour. Let the liquid in the petri dish collect the stuff from your air if you're doing the air test, because there's different test methods you can do. Like if there's a mold on your wall that you think, you can take the piece off, put it in there, and let see what grows in the petri dish with the piece off your wall. But like we did the air mold test, so all you have to do for that is just leave the petri dish open and allow like dust and different spores to go into the liquid, and then close it up and incubate the petri dish for an hour, which means leave it alone with the lid on for 48 hours to 3 days, and to 96 hours, and see what grows. And there has been petri dishes that I've seen online that have had mold spores, like the whole petri dish is like filled with mold. Our petri dish had about 9 mold spores in it, but there was only 5 out of the 9 spores that grew semi big. And I found out what they were because I did some research and Googling, and it wasn't that hard to figure out. So the mold that grows that looks like snowflakes, that can be white or kind of yellowish snowflakes, is Aspergillus. Aspergillus fungomitis. I don't know if I am pronouncing that right. I could probably be wrong with pronunciation. I could even probably be wrong with what kind of mold it is. But with the research I did and the images that I found after Googling and then looking at the mold that grew in the petri dish that we had, I think I'm smart enough to put 2 and 2 together. But I'm not a mold detection professional, and I'm not a mold professional, so I don't know anything about that. But this is just my assumptions and my guessing. But let me tell you guys, when I looked at my chart for my allergies for being allergic to Aspergillus fungomitis, however you pronounce that, that's a toxic mold, by the way. Well, they're all pretty toxic, but I mean, that's a very toxic one. So the test, that allergy test that they do for that specific mold, you want to be anywhere between 0.10 to 0.69 if you're allergic to it. So if you're anything below 0.10, you're like, if you have 0.9 or 0.8 or 0.6, you may have a little allergy to it, but not really. And anything below that, you're not allergic to it, really. My number, okay, so remind you, the numbers are between 0.10 and 0.69 being the highest. 0.69 is the highest. My allergy to Aspergillus fungomitis is 0.59. I'm only 10 points away from being severely allergic to that mold, okay? So that's why my chest was tightening up. That's why I felt like I almost couldn't breathe. I had to do my albuterol nebulizer treatments. I had to do my inhaler, puff inhaler. I had to take Singular. I had to take Benadryl at nighttime. I had to do a nasal spray and all that. And today I did nothing but the eye drops. And later I will be taking Benadryl before I go to bed. But this is because I'm taking my infertility medication right now. Now, if I wasn't taking that, I'd be still taking the Singular and the nasal spray. So, but for not doing any of those, I'm hanging in there and doing pretty good. So, I'm highly allergic to it. So, if I'm doing pretty good all day long today, and all I've done is like eye drops, I'm pretty sure that the methods we're doing are working. Now, the other mold that I feel that I found out what it is because of Googling and the pictures, going by the pictures on Google and then looking at my petri dish that we did the mold detecting testing on. I'm thinking it was Betrius cinerea. Betrius cinerea, however you pronounce that mold. And that, to be allergic to that, the numbers for that are the same, 0.10 to 0.69. Now that one I'm not as allergic to as the aspergillus, but I at a 0.10 and 0.69 I got 0.16. So the mold that was really getting to me and that is getting to me, that's still probably in the air, is the aspergillus fungoides. And the reason why it got in the air, you guys, is because you're probably thinking, okay, do you have moisture in your house? Do you have a mold problem in your home that you're just not aware of? The answer is no, because like I said before, I would be breaking out and not being able to breathe and having all the symptoms I'm having right now before we got the couch. You guys are probably thinking, was the couch wet? The answer is no, the couch was not wet. What happened was my husband called the man. My husband got firm with the man and told the man that my wife is sick. You sold us a musty, moldy couch. Where was this couch stored? And we also noticed when we zoomed into the picture that it looked like there was dots of black mold, like mold in the corner of the room that it was in. The guy got mad and defensive and offended and said that the couch wasn't his, that it was his parents', that it was stored in their finished basement, and that their finished basement was musty and it had moisture, and they had a dehumidifier down there, so it shouldn't had affected the couch, and this and that. Well, buddy, guess what? It did affect the couch. The mold spores must have been in the air down there because it made the couch smell musty, and I'm sick. So yeah. But what happened was, it wasn't just the couch just sitting in here, because the couch, we only had the couch sitting in here for 2 days. What made things worse is my husband, instead of having a friend help him come pick up the couch and lift it out the door, I know that it was probably really annoying to him because he had to lift this couch in and lift the couch out, and then he would have had to lift the couch out again. So, yeah, or he had to lift the couch in the truck, lift the couch out of the truck into here, is what I'm trying to say, and then he would have had to lift the couch out again. But that would have been better than my husband was sawing the couch apart and unscrewing and disassembling the couch and taking it apart into pieces so that he could take the pieces outside to put in his car to take to his work dumpster. Now, I am very thankful him for doing that, getting the couch out of here and taking all that to his work dumpster, but he made things worse because by disassembling the couch like that and taking apart the couch, some of the fuzzy stuff of the couch, off the couch, and the dust from the couch must have went all up into our air, because after he did that, my symptoms were pretty bad for a couple days. And then finally, they, like just now, the last 4 days have started to settle down. But I'm still having them though. So that means that there's still spores around. Now, this is what we've done so far, and we're going to be doing a lot more. We have a air purifier, and it has a HEPA filter in it, or HEPA or HEPA. I don't know how you say that, but I'm going to show you guys the filter package. So if you're going to use an air purifier for mold, this is what you want to get. Because and don't get me wrong, again, I want to say I am not a mold professional. I'm just saying these are the kind that I did research on that I heard will get the mold out. So it's a dual action HEPA type air purifier filter. It helps capture the following microscopic airborne particles: dust, pollen, pet dander, dust, mite, debris, and smoke. Includes 2-in-1 HEPA type filters with a built-in carbon pre-filter and installation instructions. Now, so if, as you can see, the black part of the filter goes towards the front of the filter. The back part of the filter goes to where, like, the back part of the air purifier where there's like vents. It captures the air through it and recycles the air out. So it captures, like it said, the microscopic airborne particles: dust, pollen, pet dander, dust mite, debris, and smoke through the filter, and then it brings the air out of the air purifier and makes the air more pure. That's why they're called purifiers. So we have that, and then I did some research and found out that if you take a spray bottle and you mix water, white vinegar, and a lot of tea tree oil, the measurements are somewhere on the internet. I don't know the exact measurements, I don't remember them. But if you use water, tea tree oil, and vinegar, mostly tea tree oil, that will help kill mold spores that are in the air. And I've been spraying it in the air everywhere, and that's been helping too. And also I've been vacuuming, and I sprayed some of the tea tree oil in my vacuum, and I also shampooed my carpet. And instead of using regular carpet shampoo, what do you call it, chemical to put in, I've been using the ingredients that I just said to you guys: the water, vinegar, and tea tree oil to shampoo the carpet. So if the mold spores hit the carpet, which they probably did, the tea tree oil is down there killing the mold spores. So we're doing that too. And like I said, if this was a really bad matter, my allergies would be getting worse. They wouldn't be improving. We're going to buy an ozone generator. Yes, we're going to be buying an ozone generator. They run anywhere from $60 some to you can spend a fortune on them. We're not doing that. We're going to buy the cheapest one that we can, but yet the most efficient one, because we live in a mobile home, so it's not very big, and where the spores are at the most are in the living room, because this is where the couch was. So we're going to be doing that too. So, and then we're also going to be opening up the windows more and letting fresh air in here and all that to get everything out. I also have a plant lamp that has UV lights in it. Now, UV lights, I didn't buy the plant lamp for this reason, but it's just funny because it's a very cool, it's very convenient, and it's very cool coincidence that I have a plant lamp for my plants, so they can get sunlight in the winter time, when there's no sun. But sunlight kills mold, and those UV lights kills mold spores in the air. And I'm going to purchase one of those too. So I already have a plant lamp with some UV light in it, but I'm going to get the actual UV light Like I said, I'm not going to buy a giant one or the most expensive one. I'm going to buy the cheaper, affordable one. And I'm going to have that light be lit up in this living room too and see how that goes. And next month, after all this stuff that we're doing to the house, I'm going to do another mold detection test and see where we got ourselves. Because again, our petri dish wasn't that bad, not as bad as other ones I've seen online. I'm going to make it be the thumbtack of this video because I was so dumb and forgot to do this YouTube video with and show you guys the petri dish live. I just was so mad about seeing the mold spores in there that I just wrapped it up in a grocery sack and threw it out in the garbage because I didn't want to be anywhere near it because I'm just so mad at mold right now for causing me these allergies. So anyways, I'm hoping things will keep getting better. But there's the second part of the moldy couch video. And I wanted to let you guys know what was going on. And I will be on with another life topic. If you guys have any other tips or tricks of ways that I can get mold spores out of the air, let me know because we're definitely not moving. I'm not moving again. If you guys know how many times me and my husband would have moved, not because we wanted to, but because of a natural disaster that happened here in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, a mold issue in a different house that we had, only that wasn't mold spores in the air. There was actually black mold underneath our house that we didn't know about that was coming through one of the holes where the piping was. So we had to move from there. So I'm not moving from this house just because we brought a couch in for 2 days that had no mold on it, but maybe had spores on it and got into the air from my husband disassembling the couch. I'm not moving again for that. So if you guys have any tips or tricks, let me know. Otherwise, I will be on with another life topic.